Well, hello, fellow traveler. I'm here to drop in with you all for a next 72-hour portal report. And we're just going to see what want to come on through. I'm going to go ahead and open up with the Kipper deck because the straightforward energy seems to be ever present. Doesn't really surprise me now that we are firmly in that territory of Aries season. It makes sense that it would be one of those kind of pull no punches kinds of energy signatures. So let's see what wants to come on through. Just get a baseline energy out on the table, and then we'll go from there. See what else wants to come in. Do be aware that though I put 72 hours as an initial framework around these downloads, that these energies do play out over time. I find that with most reads, you start to really see things come to a state of full fruition 3 to 6 months down the line, but you will see an introduction of the energy in the next 72 hours. Something comes through that sort of sets the tone. All right, so let's dive on in and see what wants to come on through. Looking at the bottom of the deck, we got something going down in the family room. Some kind of discussion is being had here. Something has reached a point of no return. There does need to be a closing up of a cycle here. Something has started to become too incompatible of a situation, perhaps. This might be a dividing of loyalties. There could be others who used to really feel like they were on the same page with each other, now seeing things a lot differently. So I feel like this is some kind of discussion going down here. Could even be a discussion that involves some kind of mediator coming in to sort things out, especially if things have gotten really combative in a situation. Let's see what we have coming in here. Tell us what's going on in the family room. Coming in with the energy of the world. There could be a mother that is really at the center point of this situation. There could be a mother that is needing some kind of restitution, I'm hearing, or something needs to be ironed out in a way that they feel is acceptable. Like something is not acceptable. Something does need to transform here. There could be a fixed sign energy involved in this situation. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, right? Discussion going on in the family room. How can we bring this to a close? We have to all agree upon something. I know we don't all see it the same way, but we can't continue to move forward like this. It's unacceptable. That's what I feel like the mother in this situation is saying. Yeah, there's a lot of concern around this. Something's really been stuck for too long. Perhaps negotiations have been stalled. There's been a lot of problems with communication. Nobody can get on the same page, and there's a lot of concern around this. And it very well could involve a mother or an empress energy. This could be a baby's mother. This could be your mother. This could be one mother of a problem, man, that's just held something up in the crossroads for a long time. And it looks like it does directly relate to communication. It could even be two women at odds with each other here, because I do see that double energy signature of the Empress. Taurus, Libra could be connected to this situation. There could be a Gemini involved. I also feel like there's helpful influences coming in here too to eradicate some kind of concern. And it was 3:55 on the clock. So Wheel of Fortune energy, absolutely. I mean, that comes in with the energy signature of both the Empress and the Hierophant. So there very well could be a Libra and a Taurus connected to this. Could be a Sagittarius coming into play to get something really transformed in this situation, move something forward. Something has been just in a state of gridlock. It's causing a lot of concern. It's like the more that it sort of sits there, left unattended, the more concern is starting to rise in a matter. Okay, what's this concern about? What is the concern about? Let's get some details here. What is causing such a concern in this family room? And now the family doesn't have to be like your family of origin. It could be a group of friends, a group of loved ones, people that you're really close to. It even could be a close-knit, working group of people who are all teamed together on a particular project or something. There's some kind of closeness here, though, where there's been bonds forged. There's something that everybody is equally invested in, but there's a lot of concern here. I think the tides are turning in this situation, and this could very well involve a mature man. Okay, that's that Taurus energy coming through with the energy of the Hierophant. And with 33 breaking down to 6, adding that up to the 5, we get 11. There's a need for balance here in this situation. Somebody may be about to issue some kind of message, negotiate a new way forward, open up the lines of communication. Cancerian energy coming in there. Okay, that is the energy of the mother when we look at Cancer. Okay, we also have that energy of Jupiter in Cancer forward. So this could be some kind of breakthrough in a stalemate to a situation that's been stuck. There could be a mature man. I'm noticing this here. See how he has the globe here. So this could be a mature man trying to figure out how can we get the world to turn here. Something's been in a stuck position for too long. This is a stalemate. And there may be a man who's choosing to take the reins in a situation. I'm also noticing this too. Notice how one light is really bright and the other one's dim. So there could be something in relation to this, putting more focus on a particular person in this situation that has been maybe not the central focus, and sort of dimming the lights on another here. So somebody may be making a choice between two arguing parties too, where there's some kind of dissension, trying to figure out a clever way to negotiate this, okay? Any more details about this? Expectation, okay, coming in again, Sagittarian energy, but also with the energy signature of the High Priestess and strength. So we got Leo energy there. Cancerian energy. Could be a Cancer, Leo cusper. Could be somebody's expecting a child. Could be somebody is waiting for word. Maybe somebody is waiting for results too on a paternity test. This could be a tense situation. 7:33 on the clock. Wow. Absolutely. Okay, it might be a real defining moment. The family may be getting together, a group of people, 7:44 on the clock, may be getting together to open up this message together. It could be like legal documents or something, paperwork, paternity paperwork, settling something that was an issue in the past. Something's been left on hold for too long. And absolutely could involve a mother. It seems like this is a pretty defining moment on moving something forward. And to me, it feels like a mature man is sort of taking the wheel here. And something's coming out in reverse already. I see that. Toil and labor in reverse. Oh. Just the way the energy was coming in. Give me another on this before I speak on that, please. Spirit, give me another before I speak on this. Another in reverse. It could be that somebody's finding out that they don't need to toil and labor because something is not their responsibility. Somebody may be finding out that they're not the father of a child. They might have been prepared to, go the distance with this. They were willing to take care of the responsibility. This could even involve somebody at a distance. Maybe they were even planning on taking a trip, being there to help support the other during the pregnancy, during the delivery. And it looks like some trip is cut off and somebody is being released from something that was going to be toil and labor for them, something that was going to be arduous. That's what this message is about. So I think this is right on the money. And with the Sagittarian energy, journey in reverse, coming in with that Wheel of Fortune, yeah, this is turning out quite differently than expected. And it's also coming in with the energy of 11 in reverse. So something was an injustice here, but it's being set right. And with this, we got the 11 coming in with the 10. That's 21. It's the world. This is closing the cycle. So it looks like one chapter ends, one road closes, and a new one opens. That's the vibe I got here. And it is coming in, that 11 energy is coming in with the energies of both 8 and 3. So again, Empress energy, Taurus, Libra. We also got the 8 there, signifying Leo for strength, okay? Wow, okay, that's pretty clear cut. That stayed on a track. So there's some message coming in here that's confirming something. 11:11 on the clock. This is justice. I feel like where there's been injustice, there's going to be justice. And it becomes a way through. And it feels like it's putting this mature man in a stronger position of power because it's coming in with the energy of 22. And that is that Emperor energy, Aries energy. So yeah, somebody may have had a hunch about this. Somebody's hackles may have been up intuitively. They were like, I don't know. I think I need to look deeper into this before I sort of hitch my cart to this endeavor here. I need to find out what's really going on. And it looks like somebody is finding out that something is not their concern. It's interesting here with the expectation too. I think that the mother in this case had a sense that this is what was up. So I don't know if this is the mature man's mother, if she was the one who pressed for him to look into this a little bit, or if it is the mother of this child that was trying to get this mature man to support her during this process, had a sense that maybe this might not be their child. Okay. That's what I got for that. Let me go ahead and do a cut of the deck here, and then we'll pull out some other cards on this. Courthouse. It's absolutely like some kind of legal document, and that is what is affecting a change here. Maybe there was too much back and forth, too much debate, and finally it was like, let's just go through legal channels because we're not going to sit in this conflicted place anymore. And it looks like that verdict is coming on through. And high honor here coming in with 25. So yeah, see, something's been a really embattled situation. Somebody may have even been getting a kind of rough deal, like being accused of being like a deadbeat dad or not willing to take their responsibility in the situation. And I think some kind of spinning of that person's reputation is being turned around favorably, because we got high honor coming on through here. Somebody's victorious in court. That's what it looks like. And it's in relation to this message coming through. Has something to do with a child. And this is closing one road and opening up another. Okay. So let's see what that looks like. What does the road forward look like in this storyline? Go ahead and pull out these shadow light cards here. Looks like it's been a pretty heavy situation. It's affected the whole family. Could have affected a group of people here. And something is finally coming to a close. I think it's a little bittersweet because it's been a difficult situation. And yet justice is being restored here too. So that's good to strike a balance. And, you know, the appropriate party should be held responsible for taking care of that obligation. And also, you know, in that case, for the child's sake too. So they can have, you know, connection with their true parent. I think that's important as well. All right. coming through with 1444 on the clock, temperance energy, real strong Sagittarian energy around this, and Leo, right? With those double eights, Aries energy thrown in there as well, right? So let's have a look at this. These could be some of the players involved in this situation. I absolutely think this is probably something that involved negotiations at a distance. Maybe this has been a long-standing issue, and finally there was the desire to make something official, not to just sort of take someone's word because things were becoming a little too embattled. There's too much conflict in a situation, so something definitely needed to be ironed out. Perhaps because it was really affecting a family and their ability to be able to function. You know, this could be a case where this is a long-standing issue. Somebody's moved on. They have a whole brand new family now, and they just needed to really get a clear view of a situation. All right, so we're going to get some more details and see what else wants to come in around this. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles in the shadow, okay? Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, now recognizing that some kind of support they were anticipating is not coming in. That can be a very mothering energy. We got all kind of, yeah. Not able to move away from troubles in this situation. High Priestess coming in with the energy of Cancer. So, I mean, it's really sticking on a pretty set track here. All water signs could be connected to this, but standard Cancer reference with the High Priestess, but you could throw Scorpio and Pisces in the mix of this too. And there absolutely is a child involved in this situation. I see that, and there was a desire to move away from troubles, but it looks like something does need to be faced squarely. And what's crossing? Four of Wands in the shadow. So yeah, there's some alignment that is not coming through. And I think that this High Priestess here has to trust their intuition. I think they know who the father is. I think they do know who the father is. Maybe they were hoping it was going to be this other person, but they know who it is. And this could really throw a family situation in reverse, especially if this person is married or they're already living with someone. If they have a committed relationship, it looks like this is now going to be hanging in the balance. Okay. Basis of the matter, there is the Knight of Cups energy here. So I do feel like this High Priestess had a desire to move something forward romantically, but things are turning out a little bit differently here than anticipated. In some cases, this could even be getting news that maybe somebody thought they were pregnant and they're finding out they're not, okay? This is shifting things. This is changing things in some cases as well. And I just want to bring in some sensitivity around this. Somebody could have lost a child. I would see this as a situation, though, where if there were plans to marry or move in together, bridge the gap of some kind of distance, it was probably related to wanting to do the responsible thing and to take care of the responsibility of this child. And it looks like somebody is not going to move forward with that once they find out that something has changed with this pregnancy. I feel like it's probably somebody else's child, though. That's what I feel. That's kind of how it's coming through. All right. And with this, we have all this, yeah, we got all of this alchemized energy coming through with this. And yeah, I mean, again, it's just really reaffirming what already came through here. This is some official judgment coming down here. We have the Hierophant energy. So I do feel like there's something that is being revealed here that changes fortunes. It changes the way somebody was planning on moving forward. it looks like it gives keys of freedom to 2. And somebody is seeing this as a victory. And to me, I feel it's the mature man feels that this is a victory. It is the truth coming through. The truth that is coming through is justice with Libra here. And then we have water sign energy. Again, Cancer, really strong, but it also could be coming through as Pisces or Scorpio, water sign energy. And this is letting this person know that it's time for them to really pour into themselves, heal themselves, take care of this responsibility themselves. It is opening up a brand new road for them with the Fool. So a beginning of a new journey for this individual, but it does look like it's a solitary journey with the Ace of Cups here, rather than teaming forces with another. And this has everything to do with some kind of legal verdict coming down here. Yeah. Because we see, you know, if you look at the way the Queen of Cups is looking at this news coming in with the cup closed, it's recognizing that there's not going to be anything received in this direction. And then this Queen of Cups was then flanked by the Ace of Cups with the Fool. Aquarian energy. This person could be a Leo rising. We had a lot of Leo energy come out. We had Aquarius energy come out too. But there was a lot of strong Leo, Cancer energy signature here, very powerfully. So there very well could be a key person involved in this situation that's really invested in the outcome of this as well. And it could be a mother. It could be a mother of this mature man was really wanting to know the truth in a situation. I don't know, maybe this mother of this mature man is quite intuitive and just felt like, something's off. Something doesn't feel right here, and wanted to look into matters a little further. Okay. Any other details about this? Any other details about this coming through? Okay, more transformed energy. Bottom of the deck. I think that this is the just thing though. You know, and it is what will ultimately be for the best. Though I understand how it can be difficult, especially for the mother in this situation, the mother of this child. I mean, I just want to hold some respectful space around that because there's a child involved here, you know. But what I do see here is, I mean, there was something a little deceptive that happened here. That wasn't really fair play, and I get that it's causing a major disappointment. But at the end of the day, when you look at a situation like this, what is most important is that the child's interests are taken care of. And this child has a right to know who their father is, you know. And it is a turning of the wheel of fortune. Looks like big Sagittarian energy, but there could have been a fixed energy involved in this negotiation as well. Again, Leo real strong. Taurus came out pretty strong too. Scorpio, Aquarius. All right. And whatever it is, it's moving something out of the crossroads. It's creating a transformation in the situation for the King of Pentacles. And it looks like they're going to be investing their energy in a new direction now. One road closes, another one opens. But for the mother in this situation, I do feel like this is not the best news. And it is coming through very strongly with water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and we see it confirmed here, the Empress with the Queen of Cups, with the Lovers, with the Devil, with Temperance, with the Knight of Cups. Wow, whoa, with the Magician, with the High Priestess, with the Nine of Cups. I mean, this is all coming up in the shadow here. Six of Cups. They did view this individual as their soulmate. I think they really wanted this person to be the father, but unfortunately, the truth is being revealed, and that is what is closing this cycle, this karmic cycle, and it's opening up the road for one. And we got Virgo energy here, now has the information they need. They've seen the light, their road opens, they move forward. But I do think it's really rough for the mother of the child in this situation. I mean, that's what it looks like here. Let's see what this transformed energy is that landed on top of Justice. Wow. I can't believe this. It's like so many repeats. Yeah. Temperance energy coming out. Something is being balanced out fairly, and a road is opening here that leads someone to their rightful place, leads them on a new journey that will take them to a place of high honor, I believe. And what is being revealed, what was illuminated, what's being balanced out is something a little bit sneaky that happened where somebody felt like they got worked a little bit, okay? But now that that's being revealed, it is balancing something out. It feels like it's in the mature man's favor, so he can be freed up from an obligation that's not his. I'm not saying it's not tough for this mature man to hear this news. I mean, it looks like he was ready to invest. He was ready to go the distance. He was ready to bridge the gap of some distance. It could be that these people are very far apart from each other, but this is not his responsibility. This is not for him to do. I think there was a lot of financial concerns around this for this man, and he was really worried about how is he going to, get extra work going? How is he going to bridge the gap and make sure that he had enough to take care of all of this? But he's finding out it's not his responsibility. Kind of a tough read, man. This doesn't feel so much like a portal report as it feels like a very specific story. So I think we're going to change the parameters of this one, all right? Maybe this isn't the portal report this week. Feels like more of a kind of like a real personal message coming through that somebody needs to receive at this time. Let me do a cut of the deck here, see what we got. Yeah, I think it's rough. I do feel there's a lot of heartache in this situation. I also feel like there's been a lot that's been put on hold. There's been a lot that has been delayed in relation to this. But though it's tough, it isn't ending, coming in with the energy of death. So Scorpio energy signature there. But on the other side of this, it's like the worst is over. And now somebody has an opportunity to step into new potential. And I feel like another person feels like now they feel stuck and they don't know what they're going to do. And that's coming in with the total of 18. The moon breaks down to 9, you see? So something was concealed, something was hidden under the light of the moon, Piscean energy, and is now being revealed. It's the South Node matter with Virgo hanging out there in the South Node. But since this is illuminated, this is transforming the fortune for one, and it's making another feel like they don't know how to move forward. But I do feel like they will find a way. They have the strength to transform this. They have the strength to handle this. Empress, you got what it takes to have the strength to overcome this challenge. You have the strength to navigate this territory. And that is coming in with Leo pretty strongly. All right. But yeah, I mean, it looks like, a night of passion turned out to be something that created a burden, and there was a lot that was in the dark around this situation, but the truth is now being revealed. It's being evident, really clear. There's no way to kind of like try to decipher, is this yes or no, or it's kept something in a holding pattern for a long time, I feel. And it's putting this mature man back in their power, in a position of power and strength, okay? And it does bring about some kind of healing and celebration that was long desired. And I think ultimately, too, for this Queen of Pentacles, there's something that comes through that is just. I think that if this is in relation to a pregnancy where there hasn't been a delivery yet, I do feel like the delivery will be successful. And it's good that this is happening. It may not feel that way right now, but ultimately it's important for the child to get to know the real father. And that's why this situation is being walked away from. It does serve a higher purpose. And I feel like, again, like this child is going to be much better off, but it's definitely not what was anticipated, okay? This is coming to an end, but it is beneficial. And it's going to put this woman back in her strength, back in her power. And I do feel like you have the ability to transform this situation. If this is you, if you are the Empress in this situation, if you are expecting and you're not sure how your pregnancy is going to go, and maybe, you know, you're getting less than desirable news about the father of the child, and that's creating some challenges for you. I do feel like you have what it takes to find your way through, and where you do have financial concerns, I think that what you need will come through to offer you the support that you're looking for. But it's not going to be in the direction that you were anticipating. But there's still alignment here, okay? There's still alignment here, but I do feel like there's something that needs to be resolved in terms of what you see as wish fulfillment. You might be surprised. I do see like there's a lot of worry, a lot of stress around this for the Empress, and yet at the same time, if this would have turned out the way they thought it should, or the way that they desired, it wouldn't have been the victory that they thought it would be. It's actually a reroute here, and it looks like ultimately this turns out for the best in everyone's favor. So not everybody's story, okay? This looks like it's highly personal. I'm not going to frame this as a portal report because it feels too much like a personal read. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this as just that, and wish everybody healing in negotiating this tricky territory, and for you to really just keep what's most important at the forefront of your consciousness, which is the welfare of the child. Godspeed.